What's going on, everybody? Now, y'all know, man, it's dead time for football. Everybody's in this little dead zone where we're just waiting for some action to happen. But guess what? Don't trip, because we right around the corner, man. Trust me, man. Football is right around the corner. I can't wait until training camp starts, because then that's when we can start pumping out some real meaningful content. But for today, I'm going to just do my top 3 wide receivers going into this season. All right? I'm going to put it like this, man. These are 3 guys that I think are going to have an amazing season. One of them is obvious, right? One of them's obvious. Although I'll talk about it, but one of them is definitely obvious. But this is my thing. This is what I'm going to say. Number 3, right? Number 3 for me is going to be Davante Adams. I think Davante Adams definitely is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Nobody can argue that, right? And I think he's going to benefit a lot from having Jimmy Garoppolo, just having somebody who's a veteran, who knows the game. Although people think that Jimmy Garoppolo is not really a downfield thrower, Davante is going to have to get a lot of yards after the catch, and I think he will, because he has that skill. This dude can get open. He's a savage. You feel me? We cannot take that from him. I think Davante Adams is definitely going to be number 3 in my book. He's my number 3 wide receiver going into this season. My projected, I just think he's going to be really good for Las Vegas, man. You know, he had a great year last season, and he had to play with this quarterback, that quarterback. He's playing with no names, and, you know, still did his thing. You feel me? Still did his thing, man. Being that the Raiders organization has seemed like it's been in shambles for years, and I think they're finally this year going to start moving in a direction of having some kind of, just having a look, man. You know what I mean? Like finally having a direction where they know where they're going, and Davante Adams is going to be a big part of that process. You feel me? Because he's just a natural born wide receiver, man. This dude was born. You know how God sometimes just put people out here to do certain things? He put him out here to be wide receiver. That's a fact. Take nothing away from him. All right. My number 2 wide receiver, man, and these are, like, again, these are who I think is going to have an amazing season this season right here, right? The 2023-2024 season. And I'm going to have to say Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp, this is all based on Matthew Stafford staying healthy, right? Because if Matthew Stafford isn't playing, I do not believe that Cooper Kupp's going to be as good as he was, right? Winning the Triple Crown. But you got to give Cooper Kupp his props. This dude isn't the fastest guy. He isn't the shiftiest guy, but guess what? You can tell that he puts in the work, man. And this dude knows how to run a route very clean. He don't got to be the fastest guy. He knows the art of getting open. And that's what I like about Cooper Kupp, man. I always pick Cooper Kupp up when it comes to fantasy, bruh. Like, he's a player that you can damn near get him in the first round. Like, he can be your first overall pick in fantasy for the fantasy players. Trust me, Cooper Kupp has won me fantasy leagues, bruh, like single-handedly. You feel me? When the year he got the Triple Crown, I had him on my team, bruh, him alone won my fantasy league. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out Cooper Kupp, man. I think Cooper Kupp's going to be really good this season. But again, that is also based on his quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, man, you got to have a certain type of quarterback. Like, you don't have to have Patrick Mahomes and stuff, but you do have to have a guy that at least understands the game and not learning on the fly. You feel me? Like, for example, if he was to be having a rookie quarterback like, you know, Stetson Bennett or somebody comes in, like Cooper Kupp, obviously his numbers aren't going to be the same. You feel what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where as long as Matthew Stafford is healthy, Cooper Kupp's he's going to ball out. He will definitely do his thing. You feel me? And as long as he stays healthy too, make sure that injury isn't lingering. But number one. Know what I'm saying? And this is number 1. It's obvious. Minnesota Vikings, number 18, Justin Jefferson. Why do I feel like this? Well, most people would think, you know, we feel like this because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. And part of that's true. You know what I'm saying? Part of that is true. But it's also realistic to think that he's the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. You feel me? I mean, shit, the past couple years since 2020, he has the most receiving yards. I mean, he's shattering every record, catching up to Randy Moss. I mean, this dude is just doing... I mean, when you talk about consistency, that's what it is every year in and year out, he's just breaking records over and over and over again. That's what consistency is, right? Every year. Now, he does have his games in between seasons that he goes missing. And those are things that if he can correct, bruh, could you imagine the games when he did only have 20 receiving yards and 30 receiving yards if he was able to put up a buck? like his numbers would be crazy. You feel me? And those are things that he would work on that, you know, the offense needs to make sure they're getting him the ball. He's spoken out about it, being frustrated. Like, listen, just because I'm getting bracket coverage, rightfully so, because he is a threat. He's the biggest threat on our team, and people are going to shade his side and make sure that they try to eliminate him from the game plan. But, you know, he still makes it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And his success is also going to be based on Kirk Cousins. And we know that Kirk Cousins is a veteran that knows how to get the ball. That's why I said, too, speaking about Jordan Addison is going to benefit the most on this team when it comes to the rookies, because he has a quarterback that understands the game already. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, we can go into, we don't agree with some of the things Kirk does, and we think he can definitely do things better, but he absolutely knows how to throw the rock, you feel me? And he will get his wide receivers the ball, and he'll put the ball where it needs to be. And as long as Jordan Addison does what he's supposed to do, his yards will come, his targets will come. But I think Justin Jefferson is definitely going to get targeted heavy like always, and I do believe that his numbers will go down. All right, I don't think he's going to have 1,800 on the script of having Jordan Addison, and I think Jordan Addison is going to be electric enough to kind of take some of that pressure off of Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson having a full year now, OTAs and all that. They're going to incorporate him more, so that's going to take away from Justin Jefferson a little bit, but I still believe Justin Jefferson is going to be a 1,500-yard receiver. All right, 1,500-yard receiver for sure. You feel me? And look, man, listen, if he does that, he's going to break another record this year. He's shattering, like since 2020, man, he's shattering Devontae Adams receiving yards. I mean, he's shattering everybody. I think he's up by like 400 more yards than Devontae Adams. That's second, you feel me, since 2020, most receiving yards. So, I mean, come on, man, this dude, and he looks up to Devontae Adams, man, and those two guys right there are straight dominating the NFL when it comes to the wide receiver position, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that number 18 is in purple. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, even if I wasn't a Vikings fan, I would have to put him in my top 3. You know what I mean? And I like doing top 3s because I don't want to have these, you know, videos where I'm doing top 10s and 5s and stuff. Like 5's okay too, but I usually like to do these. Y'all know, man, I'm a short content type of dude. So top 3 wide receivers. So what I need y'all to do is put your top 3 wide receivers down in the comments, man. Rock with the boy, you feel me? And listen, when the season starts, man, I have plenty plans to just boost up the channel, man. We're going to be doing different stuff. Trust me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to want to miss it. So stay tapped in with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Drop your comments down in the comment section. You can do like Dylon. Like, just put Jefferson, 1, 2, and 3. You hear me? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah. Smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.